Hello, Simon Keeling here again, and this is the flying forecast for the week ahead, issued on Monday the 4th of February. Now have a look, let me know what you think of the forecast, once again by sending your feedback to me at simon@weatherweb.net, and please tell as many of your friends as you possibly can about the forecast. We took about 2,500 views of some of the videos during the course of this weekend, so it would be great to get those sort of numbers in once again. And of course, if you're interested in sponsoring or advertising, do get in touch and let me know. And also, we've got some real improvements planned during the next few weeks. Let's take a look at the forecast. Okay, here we go then with the forecast, starting first of all with Tuesday. And the pressure chart for Tuesday quite neatly shows an area of low pressure off the eastern parts of Scotland. You can see that occluded front that backs around that low. Now I think for many areas of the country it's going to be a windy, cloudy day with outbreaks of rain and showers at times. The more persistence of the rain along the line of that occluded front, which will be moving southeastwards slowly, but I think always outbreaks of rain, and really the emphasis around Western Wales and southwestern England, but outbreaks of rain blowing through the whole of the Midlands and northeast England too. Now bases tomorrow I think typically around 2,000 feet, but out towards the west probably around 1,200 feet in rain and perhaps down to 800 feet at times on the coast. Further east I think there we could find bases up to 2,000 to 2,500 feet at times, but down to 1,500 feet in any showers. Now the tops of those clouds are going to be up tomorrow probably around 12,000 to 15,000 feet in showers, more generally around 6,000 feet. Over the far north of Scotland, conditions do improve there, bases of about 1,500 feet, tops about 8,000 feet, and just 1 or 2 showers. But it is going to be a gusty, windy day across much of England and also Wales. Southwesterlies a good 15 to 20 knots, gusting 30 to 35 knots, perhaps gusting up to 45 knots around the coast of Wales and southwestern England. On to Wednesday now, and the ridge of high pressure builds in. See that kink in the ice bars there running up through the Irish Sea and across Ireland? That's the ridge of high pressure, so conditions improving. I think we'll go into a northwesterly, probably at around 15 knots, perhaps 20 knots for a time in the morning across the eastern coast, but generally a fine day by the looks of it as that ridge builds in. Your bases, well, apart from a few showers across East Anglia and the north of Scotland, where bases could be 1,500 to 1,700 feet at times, I think we will find that the bases come up to about 2,500 to 3,000 feet, and you're probably looking at just 2 or 3/8 of cloud for much of the day. However, ahead of that warm front approaching from the southwest, we might find high cloud increasing, cirrus and altostratus cloud piling in during the course of the afternoon, but I think it stays fine for much of the day. By Thursday that warm front's moved through, and you can see we're in a broader warm sector across really most of the British Isles. I think in that warm sector we're going to be looking at plenty of cloud again. It'll be western coasts of Wales, southwest England, running up through the Irish Sea to northwest England and much of Ireland that see most of the cloud. I think stratus cloud and probably down to 500 or 600 feet at times around those coasts in outbreaks of drizzle. Further inland, starting off as about 1,000-foot base, but I think it will gradually improve through the day, probably 1,500 to 2,000 feet by the end of the day. Tops on that cloud, about 6,000 feet typically. Across that cold front in Scotland, there we could find lower bases and poorer visibility, down to about 800 to 1,000 feet at times, and the tops at 10,000 feet in outbreaks of rain throughout the day. And then looking into Friday, and things started to change, pressure building even further. So I think if we take probably central and eastern England first of all, here a generally fair day, bases of 2,000 to 2,500 feet, only sort of 3 or 4/8 worth of cover, and the tops at about 5,000 feet, with visibility generally good right through. I think still quite a moist feed coming up the Irish Sea, and that's going to trouble the southwest of England, the far southwest of England I should say, as well as western coast of Wales and the coast of Ireland. Here bases of 400 to 500 feet at times in stratus, and also some outbreaks of drizzle. Western Scotland still troubled by cloud coming off that warm front, which could produce some drizzle, and cloud there 700 feet at times in those outbreaks of rain. And then for Saturday, well, high pressure generally across the country on Saturday, so I think really it looks like it being a very pleasant day. For much of England and also for much of eastern Wales and much of Scotland, I think a fair day. Visibility good, and I think bases probably at about 2,500 to 3,000 feet. However, still the southern and eastern coast of Ireland could be troubled by lower stratus, 800 to 1,000 feet at times in outbreaks of drizzle, similar for western Scotland too, although by then I think probably only Pembrokeshire and the far west of Cornwall suffering from low cloud, basis of about 500 to 700 feet here in outbreaks of drizzle, and poor visibility in the west. As that cold front comes into Western Ireland and northwestern Scotland, bases of 1,000 feet with tops there of about 8,000 feet in more persistent outbreaks of rain, but high pressure really is the thing that's going to be building through, and it looks at this stage as if Sunday is going to be quite a pleasant day as well for flying. So there you go, that's the forecast for the week ahead. I hope you like it and that you notice that we've improved the date and timestamps at the top left hand corner of those charts. Get in touch, let me know what you think, send your feedback to me at simon@weatherweb.net, and remember, post the link on as many forums as you possibly can to get people watching so that they can give me their feedback as well. Have a good day.